Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine Weekly Confessions reading. And today's theme is Things I Wish I Would Have Known. So this particular theme is inspired by the song by Kyle Hume called If I Would Have Known. So sometimes when I hear songs just randomly, I do feel like it is Spirit's way of getting me in touch with whatever the theme is going to be for, next week's reading. I literally don't know these things until sometimes the day before. So this actually came to me over this weekend. So I hope that maybe this song resonates with some of you listening to this video today. I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing some sort of a separation or challenge in your connection. So keep that in mind, but only take what resonates for you. Get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks, as well as this beautiful orgonite here, will be listed in the description box and down below. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to take a look and see things that your Divine Masculine wishes he would have known before making mistakes in your connection. All right, let's look at this. Things that your Divine Masculine wishes that he would have known before making certain mistakes in your connection. Okay. So this is trauma, haunted energy. Trauma obviously is something that is affecting us in our present day from the past. So what I'm getting here is two different things. This Divine Masculine wishes that he would have known either how traumatic certain events were, certain events from his past were going to affect him. Sometimes these are things that we don't know. We either just kind of discard them, we busy ourselves with other things, we push them down, we suppress them, we move on, we carry on with our lives. But sometimes trauma has a way of coming back up to the surface in very strange and mysterious ways. So maybe this masculine wishes that he would have known maybe how broken he was back then, maybe how something really was traumatic, maybe getting help for something. Okay, I'm getting that. But I'm also getting that this masculine, in a way, wishes that he would have known how haunted he would be by his actions towards you. Maybe he underestimated that. Maybe he just thought it was going to be no big deal. Maybe he had handled certain relationships or people in a certain way for so long that he just thought it was just going to be no big deal. And I feel this almost regret. I wish that I would have known then how much doing something, my actions hurting you, was going to actually haunt me and affect me later. So just take that how it resonates for you guys. So let's go ahead and see what else. What else is this energy here? What other things does the Divine Masculine wish he would have known before making mistakes in your connection? We have love tunes. So to me, this is nostalgia, okay? It's also, singing a different tune is what I'm getting here. Also, it's about like frequency, vibration, being on the same wavelength, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like there's some sort of regret. This is interesting. Haunted by your memory when he hears certain music or certain songs. It's almost like there's certain songs. There could even actually be a song that has either the word haunted in the title or just it's somewhere in the song. But whatever this is, it brings up memories. It brings up pain. It brings up shame. It brings up guilt of what he may feel towards whatever has happened in the past with you and your connection. Very interesting, okay? Would have sang a different tune had I known. I would have spoke differently. I would have said things differently, communicated more lovingly. Ooh, okay. Ooh, gosh, look at that, guys. 9 of Swords. I do feel like the majority of this energy is the masculine underestimated how haunted he would be by his actions. 9 of Swords is I'm my own worst enemy. 9 of Swords is also a card of having nightmares in the middle of the night, waking up, not being able to sleep, the voices in your head, looking at a situation and assuming the absolute worst. So what I'm seeing here is that I don't think this masculine realized just how affected he was going to be with how he treated you, or how things maybe ended badly if they did end badly in your connection. I don't think he realized that he would carry this as long as he has. So just take it if it resonates. But I am getting, though, this particular masculine may have said some very hurtful things. And he's haunted by the words that he used. He may have said something that you heard from another person. And it's like there's a lot of shame and guilt that you heard what he said. I don't know what that means to someone out there, but that could be a specific thing, okay? So just take it if it resonates. So there's just one aspect of things the masculine wishes that he would have known before making these mistakes in your connection. He wishes that he would have said something differently. He wishes he would have sung a different tune. He wishes that he didn't underestimate how maybe important you were or just how special you were, because maybe he didn't realize it until after he had sabotaged it. Because to me, the Nine of Swords is also a card of somebody who sabotages situations. He wishes that he would have dealt with his trauma, because maybe his trauma has caused him to, let's just say, be an avoidant. And this avoidant sabotages connections because there's that fear of intimacy. Really, what it stems from is fear of being abandoned by someone they care about. So this is very, very interesting stuff. All right, let's see what else. Things your divine masculine wishes that he would have known before making these mistakes in your connection. Okay, so we have instigator. So you can see here, it's like being wound up. To me, what this is telling me is that this masculine wishes that he would have known how much either his belief systems, maybe upbringing, programming was affecting him at the time. It's almost like he didn't feel like he was in control of himself, but he actually thought at the time he was in control, but didn't realize until later. Because remember, this is in a retrospect style here, where he's looking back and wishes that he would have known something then that he didn't. So this is telling me that he wishes that he would have known what was instigating these motives, instigating these moves, this behavior in him that was not the healthiest. He wishes that he could have dealt with the original conflict and trauma that created this within. So I'm just getting here, maybe he didn't realize how broken he really was, or how toxic he really was, or just how, in a way, like, terrible he came across. Maybe he didn't realize it until later. We have faith and prayer. Immediately, this is telling me it has something to do with, I just didn't have a lot of faith back then. I feel like this masculine could have turned over a new leaf at some point, which is why he's looking back at this now and saying, I wish I would have known back then, but I didn't. I didn't have the wisdom. I didn't have the healing under my belt. I didn't have the awareness that I have now. So all these things are in retrospect that he wishes that he would have known, okay? Wishes that he would have had more faith in himself. Wishes that he would have had more faith in love. Just wishes he would have had maybe faith or a connection to something bigger than himself. Okay, let's see what else. Nine of Pentacles. Wishing that he just would have been more ready. Been more of an independent thinker. Thought about things. Really stepped outside of a collective, whether that was family or an environment of people or just, the way he was programmed within society. Wishes that he would have been more of an individual rather than letting other people dictate to him who he is or get him riled up or cause drama for him, not being a sovereign individual. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that he wishes that he would have been more sovereign. He wishes that he would have been more just healed and more calm within, knew himself better. So that way he didn't allow other people to dictate to him what they thought was best, which could have been family, friends, coworkers, society, etc. So he just didn't have that kind of wisdom and maturity or even faith back then. So he was easily controlled by things. He was easily controlled or manipulated by what other people thought or wanted for him. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and get one more round. We have Guardian. Wishes that he would have been guided through the dark times. Wishes, again, that he would have had that faith to hold on to something outside of himself. I feel like this masculine was really tethered into the 3D world, was working from the perspective of survival and need, was really more in that ego, letting the ego dictate everything and operating from the ego. Wasn't really operating from the higher self. So he wishes that he would have operated more from who he truly is. Now, we have hot tea. Ooh, there's something about drama from other people. It's coming through like, other people saying something. These are either opinions of other people or people just outright starting shit, starting drama, creating things that weren't true, saying things that weren't true about him, about you, about something. So if there was an element of other people that had some sort of an effect in your connection or the demise or situation, we're not blaming these people, but they certainly didn't help with the tea that was spilled. But I did get this from the very beginning. Certain things that your masculine may have said about you may have gotten back to you. So this is like gossip. And you heard it and you were very hurt by these things. Or you heard him say something, but someone may have made it worse than it really was. Okay? And I feel like maybe he was not strong enough to correct it. He wasn't strong enough to face it. So in a way, he has regret that he wasn't strong enough at the time to basically apologize for what he said, own up to it, face you, talk to you, work it out. All right. Oh yeah, there it is. Instead, I feel like this masculine may have just kind of left you in the darkness, kind of left you in the dark holding the bag with no closure, no explanation. Just, thought to himself, you know what, it's too late. I can't come back from this. I'm just getting here. He wishes that he hadn't have been such a coward. And also, I don't think he realized how much he was still going to feel your energy even after everything was said and done, because we have that haunted energy. Even in the death of this situation, your masculine is still haunted by your memory and your energy, divine feminine. Wow. Okay. So he wishes that he would have handled it differently. That's the biggest mistake that he made. So now we're going to go ahead and get the memories of you that have the biggest impact on your divine masculine. What are the biggest memories of you that have the biggest impact on your masculine today? We have built to last. To me, that's like a 4 of Wands energy. Maybe you guys were building something really, really great together. So that's something that had so much potential. So the memory that your masculine has of you that has the biggest impact is that you guys could have had couldn't we? We almost had it all, right? That's like a Whitney Houston song. Yeah. Fairy tale. Look at that. It's like a dream. Some kind of a dream here. But see, we have romance. This is some kind of a magical energy, right? It's some sort of like unicorn, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. There's something very magical about this energy here. This to me reminds me of Hansel and Gretel. It's like a fairy tale. So memories that have the biggest impact on this masculine is how magical it was to meet you, to spend time with you, to be with you in an intimate way. If that's, something you guys did, there was something very magical. There's something that he hasn't been able to match that energy up with another. So this stands out as one of the most magical connections or one of the most magical times of his life. Wow. Look at that. You're the shit, Empress. That's it. No one holds a candle to you in a lot of ways, divine feminine. I mean, that's you. You are the divine feminine. There's no one that is going to top that energy at all. So you stand out above all the rest. You stand out very extraordinary to this particular masculine. And there's something about what could have been, what you guys were either building. It's like a dream that was killed, sabotaged by this divine masculine, but also this magical encounter or chemistry that you guys shared. It's off the charts, out of this world, cannot be duplicated. Look, Pretty in Pink. So cute. Of course, that movie. There could be that you guys have the same, so memories, childhood, you guys both may have been children of the 80s, maybe. I have the 7, so maybe born in the 70s, but, childhood growing up in the 80s, that might not be the case for everyone, but Pretty in Pink is an 80s movie. Really cute. There's like that little, threesome energy with Ducky and the gal, Molly Ringwald, and then Andrew McCarthy, and I forget, Blaine. I don't know why I'm getting Andy. That's it, Andy, and then Blaine. And Blaine is the rich guy, right? That's who she's in love with, but Ducky, of course, is in love with her, but he's just her friend. This is interesting. So there could be some kind of an element here where you ended up with somebody else, because I know that when they did the screen test I think she went to the prom with Ducky and ended up with Ducky and then left Blaine and like he was done in the dust, but the audiences didn't respond well to that. So they changed it to where she ended up with Blaine. So interesting, right? So I just feel like there could be, and this is not going to be for everybody, that some of you may have ended up with someone else. So your masculine has some sort of, he missed his chance here. You're now with someone else. The fairy tale, like the ending was not what he had in mind. Now you're with someone else. Yeah, you're residing by someone else. So just take it if it resonates, but that's interesting. So it's impacted him the way the story ended. It didn't go the way that he had thought it was going to go. We have Person of Earth. Yeah, there's someone here that was more dependable. There was someone here that was more of a provider for you, and so you went with that person. And it doesn't mean you didn't love that person. It's just that in a way, your divine masculine was like Blaine, somebody. And if you think about it, that storyline, Blaine, he's like totally into her, and he wants her, and he's like in love with her, but he's so ashamed to admit it because of his family and his friends. I'm getting goosebumps, you guys, because there's some sort of an element here of what other people think in his circle that kept the two of you apart and kept him from continuously pushing you out or choosing someone else or choosing something. And this could also be the third party. They chose someone else. This masculine could be in another relationship with somebody else too. But let's scratch third party because that's not going to resonate with everybody. What I'm picking up on here, you were a solid person. You were solid, and you were stable, and you were beautiful, and you brought a lot of cheer to this divine masculine. This divine masculine may have a lot of memories connected to the holidays with you. So there's some sort of an energy here where it was really had a huge impact on his life, is to think of you in this very cheery, celebratory type of way. We have 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, so not everybody is in this whole like third party energy or with somebody else. Both of you may be single, but we have 9 of Pentacles. What I wish I would have, remember the first one was things your divine masculine wishes that he would have known before, making mistakes in your connection. We also had the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles was very much about taking care of me, right? So the memories that have the biggest impact on your masculine is that you stay true to yourself. You took care of you, you didn't undervalue yourself. Maybe you didn't put up with crap. You chose you in the end. And it's crazy because that's exactly what Andy did when she showed up to the prom. She chose herself. She faced it. And there's some kind of an element that you survived. You survived. And this masculine has this memory of you that is very respectable, the move that you made. You still carried your head held high. You didn't let this destroy you. Wow. All right. I don't know, guys. Like the movie Pretty in Pink's got a lot of information here. Breakthrough nutcracker. I just got a tough nut to crack. So you're tough. This masculine has memories of you, of a very strong person. The person of Earth, of course, is very steady, very stable, very rooted. You know who you are. You have certain values. You stick to them. You're not going to sell yourself you're not going to set yourself on fire just to keep somebody else warm. You actually have respect for yourself. You know what you want. You know what you're looking for, and you're sticking to it. So this masculine has memories of you that you are just a very strong, sovereign individual, something that I feel your masculine was not. friends. You may have a lot of like a soul tribe or a group of people around you. We do have third person too, so there could be that you are partnered up with someone else now. So this masculine regrets that he lost you to another. That's only if that's your situation. But that you have a lot of family and you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of people in a social circle. You might be on social media. You might be independently employed. You might be just freaking like a total boss right now. And this masculine is having to see, I feel, or has heard that you're doing really well. And I do feel like he does wish you well, but it's like at the end of the movie, Blaine basically says he loves her and he's like realizes that he messed up and he lets her go. And then of course, if you haven't seen the movie, but she runs after him in the parking lot because he's just not willing, but he's accepted the fact that he's lost her. Okay. Wow. On the bottom of the deck, I got this lover's card here, but yeah. All right. Let's see what else. All right. So we have the Hierophant. So the biggest memory that your masculine has of you, feminine, is that first of all, the two of you had a very, very significant, magical, almost like I want to use the word mind-bending, but like a mind-blowing is what that is. Mind-blowing connection to where it was very, very spiritual from the start. There was something very significant about it. This masculine felt like maybe in some sort of a way that you would advise him or help him, but it's like other things got in the way and pulled him out of that element. It was too strong. So he didn't allow himself to continue on this trajectory or this path with you. So he pulled off before he could really learn something of great value. So I feel like in some sort of a way, however your story ended, the masculine is learning those things now in retrospect and going back to your memory and going back to what he wishes that he could have done differently. So there is regret here. There is like rumination here. There is thinking about you in the past tense, wondering if he had just been ready, what you guys would look like today. So I definitely feel like there is a separation here. There might be other people that are in the mix with the third person, possibly. But what he remembers of you and what the memories that have the biggest impact on you is just how spiritual or sovereign that you were, and that you were a very strong individual, and that you were actually an ally. You were a good influence in his life, and he let that go. And he may have gone in a direction towards people or situations that didn't last. And so now there's this feeling that he's had this breakthrough now. He can see you very accurately of what you actually meant to him. So I hope that these messages resonate with you guys. We are going to shift over into some more over on the extended reading. So I will put the link to that extended reading in the description box down below, as well as pin it to the top comment. So this is what we're going to go into over there. What moments does your divine masculine wish he would have made last a little longer with you? Also, how does your divine masculine feel empty inside without you by his side? And what is your divine masculine willing to do to change things around now? So if you guys would like to join me over there, definitely do so. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a little bit of love. I really appreciate it, you guys. All right, you take care. Bye-bye.